The clean haircuts and friendly smiles once made the Beatles look harmless, but behind that image was a band that often pushed boundaries. By the late 1960s, experimentation and excess had become part of their creative world. Years later, that mindset nearly led Paul McCartney into one of the most frightening episodes of his life, when a casual decision almost cost him 7 years in a Japanese prison. In his book about the rise and fall of Wings, McCartney reflects on the moment he boarded a plane to Tokyo carrying marijuana in his luggage. He had been spending time in New York, where attitudes toward cannabis felt relaxed, and even political leaders were discussing softer laws. To him, it seemed unimportant. He had taken far stronger substances in earlier years and survived them. Compared to those experiences, this felt minor, almost harmless. He valued the quality of what he had and could not bring himself to throw it away before traveling. That relaxed thinking collapsed the moment Japanese customs officers opened his suitcase. Japan treated drug possession with extreme seriousness, and McCartney immediately realized how reckless he had been. The shock came not only from the arrest itself, but from understanding how lightly he had treated a culture with strict laws and deep respect for order. The situation became even heavier because his wife and young children were present. Someone had to take responsibility so the family could stay together. McCartney stepped forward, knowing he would be taken away. That same evening, he admitted his mistake and was formally arrested. Authorities questioned him in detail about his entire life, from his education to his income and even his royal honor, as if stripping him down to facts alone. The consequences spread quickly beyond the jail cell. Wings had arrived in Japan to tour, but overnight the country erased all signs of the band. Posters vanished, radio stations stopped playing their music, and public enthusiasm turned into silence. McCartney feared he might serve years in a foreign prison while his family tried to build a life nearby just to see him. Inside the jail, fear mixed with determination. Sleep was difficult, surroundings were intimidating, and fellow inmates included serious criminals. Still, McCartney chose to survive the only way he knew how. He lifted spirits by making music, organizing group singing, and attempting simple communication with prisoners who spoke another language. Even small exchanges became moments of humanity in a harsh place. After 9 days, he was released. The relief was overwhelming, yet the goodbye carried unexpected emotion as he parted from people he had come to know behind bars. Guards later said he had behaved with respect and kindness throughout the ordeal. The experience did not erase his belief that cannabis should be treated differently. Years later, he continued to argue that it was less harmful than many legal substances and that personal use harmed no one. The scare in Japan became a defining story in his life, not as a warning against creativity or freedom, but as a lesson in cultural boundaries, responsibility, and the thin line between carelessness and catastrophe.